In the heart of Cameroon, deep in the mountains, lies a lake so calm it looks like glass. But beneath that still surface once lurked a silent killer. No fire, no flood, no explosion, just air. Air that suffocated everything in its path. This is the story of Lake Nyos, the lake that killed over 1,700 people in a single night, without a single warning. It was August 21st, 1986. In the remote highlands of northwestern Cameroon, villagers around Lake Nyos went about their ordinary lives, tending cattle, cooking dinner, preparing for sleep. At around 9 p.m., locals heard a deep rumble echo across the valley. Some thought it was thunder. Others believed a mountain had erupted, but there was no fire in the sky, no shaking earth, just silence. And then, one by one, people began to die. When dawn broke, the world was unrecognizable. Entire villages lay still. Bodies were found exactly where people had been the night before, in their beds, at cooking fires, even sitting at tables untouched by violence. Cattle, birds, and wild animals, tens of thousands of them, were dead. Yet the homes and trees remained standing. There was no sign of struggle, no wounds, no smoke, no clue. Survivors described waking up surrounded by corpses. Those who lived through it said they fell unconscious, then awoke hours later to find their families gone. One man walked through his village calling names, only to find every voice gone but his own. Scientists around the world were baffled. What could kill nearly 2,000 people in a single night, without leaving a trace? At first, rumors spread: a volcanic eruption, a toxic gas leak, even divine punishment. But then researchers began to notice something strange about the lake itself. Lake Nyos, they discovered, was not an ordinary lake. It sat inside an ancient volcanic crater, known as a maar, formed by violent eruptions long ago. Deep below the lake bed, magma still simmered, releasing carbon dioxide gas, which seeped upward and dissolved into the cold, heavy water at the bottom. For centuries, the lake had been building up pressure, like a shaken soda bottle sealed tight. That night in 1986, something disturbed the delicate balance. Maybe a landslide, maybe a drop in temperature. Whatever it was, it triggered a catastrophic event called a limnic eruption. In an instant, the bottom of the lake released a massive cloud of carbon dioxide, more than 1.2 cubic kilometers of gas. It exploded upward, displacing the water and sending a wave nearly 300 feet high crashing onto the shore. The gas, heavier than air, rolled silently down the valley like an invisible tsunami. It hugged the ground, pushing out oxygen, suffocating everything in its path. People collapsed before they could even scream. Animals fell mid-stride. Those within 15 miles of the lake stood no chance. And when the air finally cleared, silence returned. Rescue teams arrived days later, and what they saw was something out of a nightmare. A landscape frozen in time, untouched, yet lifeless. The water of the lake itself had changed color, turning from deep blue to a rusty red, as gas-charged water from below mixed with iron-rich sediment. Scientists confirmed that the air had contained nearly 100% carbon dioxide at ground level. Anyone who inhaled it would lose consciousness in seconds and die within minutes. It was the first time modern science had ever recorded such an event. But tragically, it wouldn't be the last. In the aftermath, the survivors were relocated, but many could never return. The fear of the lake remained. Scientists installed a degassing system, long pipes reaching into the Lake Nyos depths to slowly release carbon dioxide before it could build again. Today, Lake Nyos still sits quietly, surrounded by lush green hills. But the pipes still hiss, constantly venting the lake's deadly breath. In 1989, a smaller eruption occurred at nearby Lake Monoun, killing dozens more. A grim reminder that this phenomenon is not unique. The Lake Nyos disaster remains one of the strangest and deadliest natural events in human history. A silent killer born not of rage but of stillness. It teaches us that even the calmest places on Earth can hide the most unimaginable dangers. Because sometimes death doesn't roar, it whispers. And it comes with the sound of nothing at all. If you found this story chilling, join us again for more true tales where science, mystery, and tragedy collide. This is Crimes and Tragedies, and thank you for watching.